Okay, good morning. We are doing a day in the life video showing you behind the scenes of what it is like to own and operate 250 units of multifamily real estate in 3 businesses. Really wanted to do one of these videos, haven't done one of these in a while, show you guys what it's really like operating a business. We talk a lot about multifamily operations. We talk a lot about the monies in the management and the monies in the operation. So I figured why not show you guys what it's really like, right? I'm not a YouTuber that just sits in a fancy studio and just makes podcast videos and talks about things. We actually really live it and do it. So bringing you guys into life here, every morning starts off with a morning routine, but the morning routine's not so long that you actually avoid getting to the work. So very simple, wake up, get my hydration, get my coffee, espresso. I read, but I usually read something positive, very short, and it can even be like an old journal. I'm a big believer in journaling every morning because if you don't reflect, you project, right? If you're not introspective, if you're not measuring your own growth, if you're not measuring your own progress, if you get caught looking at others' progress instead of your own, it's a very unfulfilling race. So I have old journals from a year ago. I will review, and I usually always put like positive quotes or positive things I'm reading, so it's good to reread those. And then I will journal today. I talk about what are we doing well, but most importantly, what do I regret? Because I let regrets be the guidelines. I'm a big believer if you just follow the voice within, which is the voice of God, if you live congruently to who you feel you're called to be with your faith, family, fitness, finances, you don't have many regrets. So do that, get a little bit of work in. It's 6:30 right now, 7 a.m. at the boxing gym, which I'll bring you guys to. And then we have a lot of meetings today, in-person meetings, phone meetings, Zoom meetings, team meetings, sales meetings. You know, we're operating the portfolio. Andrea's sick right now, so puts a little bit more on me, but that's perfect time to bring you along with it. So that's what we're doing. Let's finish this up. Let's get to the gym. Let's get the day started. All right, Jab's Gym, Birmingham. You never feel good walking in, but you feel great walking out. That's the whole goal, because these are toughest workouts I've ever been through. From coast to coast, toughest here. All right, Jab's Gym boxing workout done with our amazing trainer, Fortune. And I want to share 2 things here. Number 1, stress management is the ceiling to your potential. Your ability to mitigate stress as a business owner, as an operator of a business, is everything. When I was a solopreneur in my online business, my telehealth business back in 2016, 2017, 2018, I could allow myself to have a crappy workout. I could allow myself to sleep in. I could allow myself to have a little glass of wine the night before, 2 glasses, 3 glasses, wake up a little groggy, a little foggy. Now today, with 258 rental properties, 3 enterprises, 3 businesses, a team of 9 and growing, I have to be the one going first. And I have to be able to mitigate and manage stress on a daily level from a multitude of different ways. So stress management is the ceiling to how far we can grow as business owners and operators. So like I said, when I was walking in, it's cold in Michigan today. It's April, freaking 20 degrees, crazy. This is what you get early spring here. Do I feel like doing those workouts? No. Do I feel like waking up and getting there? Not really, no. And they're hard workouts, you know, they're very hard workouts. But afterwards, I'm in a better mood, which is another reminder. You have to earn a good mood every day. We don't wake up as human beings. We don't wake up in these like perfect moods every single day. You have to earn your good mood. And number 2, you have to find comfort in the discomfort. And when you do the uncomfortable, the intentional uncomfortable, when you put yourself through a grueling workout, when you wake up early and go for a run, and it's physical, you change your physiology to change your psychology. It's the Tony Robbins saying. You put yourself through that intentional discomfort, you're now able to handle the unintentional discomfort. A team member popping off, a team member quitting, a team member making a huge freaking mistake, a bank not financing a certain loan, interest rates, stock market, insert X, Y, and Z that's outside your control that will try to disrupt you. But if you wake up late, you wake up hungover, you skip a workout, you eat crappy food, you fill yourself with sugary Starbucks drinks. I get Starbucks, but you guys know we're team cold brew, 1 Splenda, 1 pump sugar-free vanilla. You are setting yourself up for this just massive anxiety, like pretending everything's gonna go well, predicating your mood based on how everything else goes. You are setting yourself up for failure. You have to create a good mood by what you can control. What time do you wake up? What do you put in your body? Are you moving your body? How are you mitigating and manage stress? One of my favorite quotes of all time is to conquer the world externally, you have to master the world internally. You have to conquer yourself before you conquer the rest of the world. So that's that. And I'm being transparent with you guys. That's why I like to be able to do these types of videos. I don't like working out every day. I don't like waking up and going to the gym. I have a beautiful home gym. I can walk right downstairs, do a home gym workout, but I don't get pushed hard enough. So I put myself in an intentionally uncomfortable position so I can better handle the discomfort effort that comes with growing an enterprise. So now we got to go get ready, get like washed up, showered up, got meetings, calls, all those things. We're going to start operating. It's 8:30. The day has begun, but the day hasn't begun, right? So what are you doing before the work day to set yourself up for a win? That's what you're seeing here. Let's get to the next part of it. All cleaned up, ready to start the day. Got meal number one here, egg scramble, a little feta cheese, bell peppers, but this right here, protein banana pancake, only 3 ingredients, bananas, egg, protein powder, love it, and cinnamon, but no additives, no fillers, no crap. What you put into your body matters most. If you want to be a high performing entrepreneur, you want to feel good, you want to be able to just move through the day effortlessly, you can't be bogging yourself down with high carb meals, with high sugar meals, high fat meals, high processed meals. I really have learned this as I've gotten a little bit older. You know, what I put into my body matters most. And again, back to controlling what we can control, guys. You can't control the day, you can't control what happens, you can't control what a team member does, but you can control the food you put into your body, and this is what's so important. So try these protein banana pancakes. I'm telling you, they're killer. 2 bananas, 1 egg, 1 scoop protein powder. Amazing. Crush this. Let's get to our calls and our meetings. All right, team. So what you saw there was I wrapped up a couple of meetings. Number one was with a potential traffic buyer that we're going to work with. So this is back to my online telehealth days. A traffic buyer is someone who goes out there and buys attention. If people don't know you, they can't flow you. And attention is a form of currency. It's a very valuable form of currency in today's world, in today's market. I make content, right? I make content to help people, but also to grow my brand, my companies, and everything we do. And we make content organically. Everybody needs to start. That's where you starting this. If you're a real estate investor, multifamily investor, real estate agent, broker, whatever, lawyer, attorney, if people don't know you, they can't flow you, and attention is a form of currency. So I put out all this content organically. Organic growth is great. It's gotten me pretty far. It's gotten me 20,000 something on YouTube, 40,000 something on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, 12,000. I don't really post on TikTok. I just take things from Instagram, put them on there. But now we're like, hey, the messaging is working. The results our clients are getting are great. People who join our mentorship program, people who work with our brokers to get their first multifamily deal. But let's put gasoline to the fire. We have a fire going. Let's put gasoline to it. When you start off with making content though, I mean, look, I've done content for almost a decade, right? Organically. Now I'm starting to put money behind it. Now that I've dialed in my message, force my message out there. So marketing is the most important part of your business. Obscurity is all of our greatest risk. Like people not knowing who you are, what you do, what you offer is a problem. I've done decently well, but not nearly enough people know who I am, what I do, what we're trying to create here, the community we're trying to build. I'm trying to help thousands, hundreds of thousands of people get into real estate investing because I believe it is the best vehicle for safety, security, financial freedom, and lifestyle freedom. But you got to start for free. Like just putting money behind bad content doesn't make bad content good. So you got to start for free. You got to make bad content. You got to go over the learning curve of it. You got to put out videos. You got to put out reels. You got to put out TikToks, get good at it. But if you are not marketing your business and putting a plan behind marketing, how are you going to get attention and then convert attention into paying customers? Because attention alone is not valuable. It's attention that can be the right type of attention that can be converted. If I go get millions of subscribers, but they all speak Chinese and they're not interested in real estate investing, cool, I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but none of that attention is actually convertible. So you have to learn how to get attention in your business. You have to market. You have to learn how to market yourself organically. And then when you do it organically, pay money to promote it and to build on it. And obscurity is all of our biggest risk in business. People not knowing who we are. The space is getting bigger and bigger by the day of people trying to fight for attention on the internet. So we have to do that. Now I'm on a mastermind call. I'm obviously muted. This is about multifamily operations. This is a mastermind group. Andrea and I pay $35,000 a year to get into because I'm a big believer that hypothetical is hypocritical. And if you're not willing to invest into your goals, invest into your dreams, invest into your business, like what are you doing? Why would someone invest into you if you're not willing to invest into yourself, right? So I don't just offer mentorship. I'm a product of mentorship. I've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into coaching, mentorship, and masterminds. And this mastermind specifically was the one 3 years ago, 2 years ago. We sat in an event in Houston, Texas, and they were talking about third-party management, all the ways third-party management ruins your profit, all the things that third-party management does negative, and all the challenges of third-party management. And it was that mastermind weekend that we decided we had to fire our third-party managers because all these things they were saying were like, I felt like someone in the the church, like meeting Jesus for the first time. I'm like, oh my God, that's me, that's me, that's me. High vacancy, low income, high turnover costs, lack of accountability, all these things. Being in this mastermind was the impetus for us to fire them, start our own management company, and scale. Back then we had 87 units. Now we're at 258 units as private investors. So live events change lives. Get in circles that will push you to grow. Get in networks that will elevate your net worth. Get around people who are doing what you want to do. There's no cheat code to success, but the one cheat code that is out there, get around people who are doing what you want to do. Pay to be in that room. You pay for proximity. Proximity is power. That's how you get ahead. And we're actually running a one-day mastermind here in Michigan, Birmingham, Michigan, beautiful Townsend Hotel. It's one of the best hotels freaking in the area. May 16th. I'll put the link in the description below. Very, very low barrier investment. If you want to learn more about the Stephan Group, more about multifamily investing, more about operations, more about how to get in the game, tax benefits, savings, all that, click the link in the description. We'd love to have you out there to meet with us in person, break bread, shake hands, do all the great things with networking and get in a powerful room. Let's finish up this meeting. Then we got to go to my 42 unit, run my in-person sales team meeting there. More meetings, more calls, and back to it. All right, wrapping up here. We call this the war room. We got Cody here. Cody's one of our real estate agents, fucking crushing it. How many pending deals? 2 pending, 1 listing coming.
Probably 2 or 3 listings upcoming here in the next couple weeks.
Huge. Gonna have a huge year, man. 6-figure profit year or bust, right? But yeah, we call this the conference room, the war room. Again, guys, big thing I've been trying to show you is operations is everything. Getting in there, managing a team. This isn't just some online like guru course stuff. Like we get in here, man. This is one of my actually apartment buildings, 42 units. One of the things I loved about this building was it came with all this office space that was dead space. Like this conference room had nothing in it. So we're like, wow, we can double dip this. We can put our real estate brokerage in here, bring our team in, meet with our team, put the whiteboard up, put a business within a business. So that's a huge thing. If you guys have team members, man, meeting in person is everything. Like Zoom calls are cool. What do you think? Do you like Zoom calls? They're all right.
Yeah, they're okay.
One thing we talked about today is attention, conversations, and conversions. In any business, you got to get attention. You got to be able to turn that attention into conversations. Then you got to turn those conversations into conversions. You got John here, one of our real estate, dude, we're doing the YouTube video. We were just talking about it. We're on some off-market deals. You got 3 listings coming up. A couple duplexes, right?
A duplex,
yeah,
single family, and working some multifamily as well.
Great duplex though, in a great location. So if you're watching this too and you want to learn about investing in multifamily real estate, it's okay to start with a 2 unit, a 3 unit, a 4 unit. Dude, I started with 1 unit. So hit us up. We've got a lot of deals coming. John hits the phones every day to source deals for our clients. So that's a big thing. A big thing why I created Stephan Group Real Estate Brokerage was to create a vehicle for you guys to get into real estate investing. So that's what we do here. That's what we're working on here. So if you want to learn more about this upcoming duplex and as well as other deals, hit me up, shoot me a DM, shoot John a DM, click the link in the description to fill out the little intake form and we'll do that. So after this now, I've got Zoom meetings at home that we got to go do, so like a group call, checking out with Ange, and let's go do that. The same, but we're raising the $50 fee to $75. We're adding in a $15 cam fee, a $10 admin fee. All right, quick break here in between calls. Let me show you guys what we're eating. 2 grass-fed fillets. Got to keep it with the grass-fed beef and grass-fed meat. Not fancy, right? Just 2 fillets, threw in really quickly on the air fryer, crush that. Answering some emails, have 2 more calls here. 1 call with a potential new client, wants to work with our group, has some small properties, wants to 1031 exchange those, tax deferred. It's a great strategy. We get a lot of people who reach out like that, who have just followed along with my story, my journey, bought small rental properties, 1 to 4 units, got in the game, got experience, enjoyed it, but then want to trade up to the power and the scale of multifamily. The worst number in business is 1. And the most important number in business is number of customers, number of sales that can occur, right? Volume, right? So a 10-unit apartment has 9 more customers than a single family home, 8 more customers than a duplex. That's more ways to make money, that's more protections, more scale and volume, right? So that's what a lot of people start to realize and learn, but there's nothing wrong with starting small, so we're gonna do that. Then we have our VIP call, proper nutrition, everything, just staying dialed in. It's actually on a call earlier, a guy who has a newsletter, great newsletter. It's got like 10,000 subscribers on it. I'm actually a subscriber, but he allows for advertising on there. So I'm thinking I might actually advertise my YouTube channel on there. And that's what's called cross-pollination. A big thing I want to teach you guys who are salespeople, real estate agents, online coaches, consultants, whoever watching this, who has my customers? That's a question I always ask myself, who has my customers? So I can post videos organically on YouTube all day long, but if this guy has 10,000 of my potential customers and I can advertise to his client base, I can cross-pollinate that over to my channel, to my ecosystem, to my world, and that's how you get new customers. So it's not always about like, how do I have to go get and find a new customer? You get to ask the question, who has my customers? How can I pay to show up in front of those customers? That's what we call like a joint venture or a collaboration or cross-pollination. Joint ventures and collaborations is a big way I grew my business. My first business, my telehealth space, I was always doing like joint collabs, like Instagram live shares. I was going on a lot of podcasts. So great way if you're growing your business, ask who has my customer? How can I show up in front of that customer base and try to attract those customers to what I'm doing? That's what we're doing. Finishing this up, 2 more calls, then we'll end the day. Super excited for this call. A couple really good things going on right now. I'm just going to get started and then let who jumps on can jump on. I was talking about this at our sales meeting today, and I know there's a lot of questions that we'll go over as well. 2 things. Number 1, I think we're in a really interesting time right now. I'm not an economist, right? Definitely not that. I'm formally trained in chemistry and dietetics. I did have 2 econ classes, but I really see this entire tariff situation right now and this entire market instability as a way to drive down interest rates. There is however many billions or trillions of commercial mortgages coming due in 2025 and 2026. I had the numbers pulled up. I'm not gonna reference them right now. I'm not political, and it's not political, but we have one of the best negotiators of all time as the president right now who knows how to make a deal and make a deal happen. And I really see this as a way to drive down interest rates. It's gonna put a great situation for all of us. Andrea and I are being patient right now. The 5-year US Treasury, which is what most small multifamily deals are spread on. Does anyone not know what a spread is? And that's okay if you don't. We went over it today with our sales team. A spread is what the bank tax on top of the US Treasury. And that's like our all-in borrowing rate. So for example, if a bank has a 3% spread and the 5-year US Treasury is 3%, as investors, our all-in rate is 6%. So the lower that US Treasury goes, the better our interest rates can be over time. It's not like fluid daily. All right, just wrapped up our VIP mentorship call. So part of our VIP mentorship is working one-on-one with myself and Andrea to find a deal for you, get you under contract, get you to close the deal and execute a BRRRR refinance. But we also do group calls too, because there's power and proximity. And we're talking about our upcoming mastermind on May 16th here that we are selling tickets for. So check that out, link in the description, because live events change lives and we're just a big believer in that. I started doing coaching and all that, not because I have to, but because I love to. I love community. Andrea and I are building our portfolio and it can be lonely at times. It can be isolating. You're just kind of on your own. So it's just awesome to get on a call and connect with everyone who's doing things, buying deals, operating deals. It's what it's all about. Community is everything, right? And you are who you hang out with. And you probably heard your network is your net worth. So that is a day in the life of a multifamily operator and business owner with 258 units. You started the day with me at 6 a.m. It is 7 p.m. now. I'm not going to hyperbolize it and say that's every day, but it is very common to put in 10, 12-hour days, guys. And that's a big thing I just wanted to end here with is there's a price to success. Having 258 rental properties as a private owner, having 3 businesses, living the life we live comes at a price. There have been dues paid for over a decade to get to this point, and we pay the dues every single day. Remember, every level of success you want to get to, there's a price tag to it. If you want to make 100 grand a year, there's a price tag. If you want to make 500 grand a year, there's a bigger price tag. You want to make 5 million a year and have, 100 rental properties and have a team to help manage it, there's a price to pay for that. I was telling my team today when I walked in the building, I'm like, every time I walk in this building that has my name on it, it's called Stephan Woods, it's beautiful, it's sexy, it's all this, but I just start thinking about the payroll I'm responsible for, the tenants I'm responsible for, the property taxes. It's 6 figures in property taxes just for that building that I'm responsible for. No pressure, no diamonds. We talked about it earlier. Stress management is the ceiling to your potential. There's a price to pay for success, and that's what I enjoy sharing with you. I love what I do. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I hope you can love your work too and love what you're doing as well. Want to see you in this game. So reach out to me if you're getting in this game. Share our wins together. As I grow, I want you to grow. As always, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the content, let me know. Do you like more of this raw behind the scenes? Drop in the comment section. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe. As always, grab my free resources. I have tons of free resources in the description here. And if you want to learn more about the mentorship program that we talked about, that you saw on here, saw some of the coaching clients and coaching calls, click the link in the description. If you want to learn more about our 1 day, it's just 1 day multifamily mastermind. We only do 1 a year. Link in description. We might still have tickets available by the time this is posted, might not, I don't know. Check it out. Link in the description, because we only do 1 a year. It's a great way to get exposed to this and learn more about it. Get around people who are doing it to level you up, right? Because you are who you hang out with. Till next time, we'll talk soon. Thanks for being here. See ya.